Guys, if you're stuck for any car parts, give this place a call. LKQ Euro Parts. Cheapest around. Lots of branches around Dublin, Ireland, England, America. So give them a call, guys. Keep you moving.
Listen, it's great to have you down, Dave.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you dropping down.
Yeah, good to be here.
We go back a long way.
Yeah, we do.
We go back a long way.
Yeah.
Filming in the same area. Around there.
Yeah, Paddy Farmer.
Yeah. And then, I don't know what I was a little bit alright. I think
generation ahead. Maybe.
A few years.
Yeah.
But my drug taking started probably before yours. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it did 30
years.
years.
I was only little drug balls and whatever. I don't know. How the doors? How did it start for you then?
Well, you know yourself in Ballyfermot smoking hash and drinking cans of Foster's and that, you know what I mean? And then for me it was that's how it started, drinking and smoking hash. Yeah. And then one day, well, it's the culture at the time, you know. You're only growing up, you're only maturing, adolescence, you know, puberty, it's all coming into play, and you know, peer pressure, you know, trying to fit in. Yeah. It's a tricky time. It was for me, and a very tricky time, and then I actually remember in the law. Yeah. And someone said, do you want to go in on a bit of gear? I actually remember thinking, you know, heroin, you know what I mean? That's what I thought. Yeah. Heroin, I thought, oh yeah, go on. And that was it. That was it. And that was at about 15 or 16, I was walking. And that was at about 15 or 16. I come from a big family, as you know. Yeah. And you know, I was second youngest. Yeah. And I was kind of left to myself. Back then, there was one parent went out and walked, the other stayed at home. Yeah. You know, so you had loads of freedom to do what you want. And then, as soon as you get a certain age, you want to go walking. And sometimes I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. Obviously, the bad thing is you had money. Yeah. And every day, every day. I went with the wind. If someone said, let's do this, I would have just went and done it. Easily led, you know. But yeah, I had my own decisions to make, but I was easily led because I hung around with other people that were more streetwise, more mature, or whatever you want to call it, more up to date on more. Just go there, and that was it. And then that was when I was about 15 or 16. Yeah. And then it was great for a few months, and then it was all downhill. It was all downhill.
I don't think you even realise.
No. You don't know. I remember I went drinking with my dad one day. He used to go down to a point in Inchicore. Yeah. And I came home that night, and that was the first time I felt the withdrawals. I was in bits. Yeah. Even though I had a point or two, a good 8-10 months maybe into that was the first time I never took heroin. That's when I realised I'm in trouble now.
Too late.
It's too late. You're already in it. Yeah. Every day. Yeah, every day.
Where did it take it? That's the start, you know.
Yeah.
Now, this stage.
It took me into homelessness eventually. We used to. It got to a stage in the house where my dad just says to me, David, come here for a minute. Brought me upstairs into the room. He said, get all your stuff and go. He said, because you're not abiding by the rules. Because you're a man's man, there's no message, you know. And me like a fool, yeah, we'll go, yeah, you know. And went. And I hadn't seen them, my man and dad, but well, I used to see them now and again, but for years it was just gone. Like what you just said there, just gone on a tangent. And hostels, the hostels, in town and all that. It was I thought it was great at the start.
Yeah.
You've no responsibilities, you've no bills, yeah. All you just want to do is drugs. But
it takes its toll then.
yeah, it takes its toll. I used to meet my sister in town. She worked in town.
Yeah.
I used to meet her, and I haven't seen my family for years.
Yeah.
I haven't seen some of my family for years because they tried everything. They helped me get into rehab. It didn't last. They, sat in when I was doing cold turkey. Some of my sisters, it didn't last. I always went back to it. Something inside had to change. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But I knew something has to radically change. I don't know if I have to move to Timbuktu or what it was. But I knew something with me or whatever I thought at the time. If I went away far somewhere, I'd be alright, I remember my dad just saying, he says, whatever, it doesn't matter where you go, you're still going to be left with yourself at the end of the day. But I got to the stage where I was in the back of an ambulance down across from Guinness's at Collins's Barracks. And I used to hate going into them hostage but I see that house and all, I hate it, just hate it, but you have to do it sometimes. And I remember jumping over a wall one day just at Ben Beaufry. Civil Defence have a little place there, they still have it. And he had all these old ambulances lined up against the back wall. I jumped in there one day, one evening, and there was an ambulance, the back door of an ambulance right in the corner. And the mentality was, lovely, I'm made up, back of an ambulance, stretcher, yeah. You know what I mean? Big woolly, big woolly calves, yeah. Little lights, you know what I mean? Trying to make it your own, this is me, yeah, But I was in that for about a year and a half. Never told anybody. I used to get out before they'd come in the morning. And I never told anybody about it. And that was my little thing. But it was no way to live, Terry. It was not.
After that, then you're on that road.
Skid Row.
Yeah.
And
you had your soul.
Yeah.
So you're going in there there, you're going in there treating cancer, and you've been through an awful lot.
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
Yeah.
Seeing you good, seeing you bad.
Yeah.
Look, the rest of us.
Yeah.
But I suppose like you're losing friends along the way, losing family along the way.
Yeah. Big time, Terry, yeah.
There's been highs
and lows, yeah. There has been, there has been highs and lows. After he got clean, I was in a Christian rehab. I went into a Christian rehab. Nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
I had nowhere else to go. And I got out of that ambulance one morning. It was an October morning. I'll never forget. And it was a real misty morning. You could see the brightness of the sun shining through and the traffic coming down by the station, going down the kids, everyone going to work. And I used to say, how come all these people can go to work and get up and function normally and I can't? And anyway, 2 or 3 days later, over them 2 or 3 days, Christians kept running into Christians all the time. Eventually went into a Christian rehab and stone down my head. And I thought they were all mad. I thought these are all head cases. Look at them all. I'm the only one saying here. And I'm looking for help. But after all that and doing the rehab and all that, look, yeah. So it's I experienced the love of God. That's what I experienced. I experienced the weight being lifted off me, and I knew because I always believed in God, even when I was on drugs. I always had a belief there was a God, not an alien, not evolution. I always believe there's something bigger than us here. I just don't know anything about it, but I believe it's God. Whoever that God is, I don't know. And I always believe that. And I believe they got touched by God. And that, you know, they start teaching about, you know, forgiveness, and, you know, I start reading about what God says, well, how God thinks about you. You know, because I used to think how people used to think about me. And that made me, yeah, you know, yeah. Condemnation, guilt, embarrassment.
The
word says you're a masterpiece, aren't you? What? Me? No, I'm a masterpiece. Well, you know, but, we go with that. But it taught me a lot about identity and purpose, as we were talking there, about identity and some sort of purpose in life. Because I used to just wander through life floating, just like, you know, what's it all about? When I start reading the Bible and I start praying, I start getting to know, you know, that there was a bigger plan for me. But then as things start making sense to me, at least.
It was a help.
It was a big help, yeah. Now, that doesn't stop people dying on you. Life carrying on. It didn't stop that, and you're gonna have. I had loads of setbacks. I didn't get it right the first time. I didn't get it right the second time. It took me about 15 times to try to get on a stable track. Yeah. But yeah, there was a lot of tragedy. There was a lot of death and people dying prematurely, and unfair death, cancer, dementia, you know, sudden death.
Would you say that the Bible helped you through that? Things like now that you've gone through ups and downs, would you say helped you?
Yeah, because it gave me a perspective. It gave me a perspective on life that nothing is guaranteed in this life. I can be talking to you tonight, God forbid, go home to bed, and I'll wake up in the morning. And when I had that perspective on life, it made every day more precious. If you know what I mean. Not to hold grudges, to forgive, to help other people, to overlook wrongs, and to live with a bit of joy and a bit of happiness, and to look at the sun, the moon, the stars, the clouds, the rain, just simple things. Yeah, I just had to see them simple things in life, and I could see that we didn't just happen like that. When I started seeing that, I could see then God in the mix of it, and it helped me immensely. It helped me. It gave me a peace, Teddy. That this work, that no drug or relationship or amount of money could give me. And I knew that inside in my own heart, that you know, God is real. God is God for me, and anyway. And He knew the pain I was in, and He knew my addiction, and He knew the struggles I had, and He knew where I was weak, and He knew where I was strong, and He wanted to help me. That's the way I seen it. And then and I accepted it. I had to accept that pain. I had to make the choice of saying, I don't believe that, or you know what, I believe this.
Isn't it mad to think that if you had it, if what you know now, it's because you've walked through certain ups and downs in life. If you had that knowledge, what you have now, when you were younger.
It is. It's
that's what I get.
I know what you mean. But I think when we're younger, we're immature. We think we know everything. We think we know everything, and I'm glad I went through all that. Looking back now on life, I'm glad I went through all them ups and downs, because it's given me a perspective of life that I don't take life too seriously when it comes to a lot of things that maybe the world might take seriously. No. It helps me immensely, and then when Mickey Mouse problems come up with, like, so whatever, Now it took me years to get, and I'm still gonna, you know, I haven't made it yet, Teddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm still on the path. Yeah, and I go to church. I go to a couple of NA meetings, CA meetings, and I just love being around people and showing.
You have that in you.
Yeah, just showing that love to other people. Yeah, so that's what I like. What are we doing? And I know, look, it's terrible. We lose people along the way, and they die in different circumstances, and it is sad. And grief is the outcome of how much you love a person. Do you know what I mean? So when you're suffering with grief, it tells you you really love them. You know what I mean? And it'd be sad if you didn't feel that grief. But it's helped me. God has helped me a lot. So when I get up in the morning, I thank God I'm alive, I'm awake.
Yeah.
Thank God my car, thank God my job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thank God for the air. It's the simple things. I think when for the likes of me, an ex-drug addict, when we simplify stuff like that, or for me, it simplifies my life.
Yeah.
So it's not complicated, and
Keeping it real with yourself.
just keeping it real with myself. Yeah, it's not that.
I'm grateful that.
Yeah. Would I like an Audi A6?
I wouldn't.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Well, I have a Corolla, so am I.
Go for that.
Well, no, yeah.
It's great. Now it's good that stuff you look after there, because everyone knows you up and down.
Yeah.
You're a great person.
Yeah.
But I think for a younger person,
Yeah.
starting off the way we started off, just going slow, and that's trying to get back to try to help somebody.
Yeah.
Not to take that, to not go with the flow. What would you say? To go against it, to step back, don't go with the crowd, or.
I mean, the world we live in nowadays is bonkers.
Everything's too easy with the phone.
It's just, for you to go against the grain in this world today, you have to be willing to be ridiculed, laughed at, bullied, or the finger being pointed at you. Especially if you're talking about God, if you're not, and you're just going to try to get clean, you have to isolate yourself away from everything.
You have to do sport.
Yes. Everything has to change. Everything. I'm talking to a young fella at the moment, and he's not into God or anything like that. But he can't comprehend that people, places, and things.
Right.
Goes around the same people, the same places, and the same things. He's going to do the same things that he's always been doing.
Yeah.
And he's gone into rehab, and you can see the sparks in him when he's not taking drugs. This guy has something, you can see the ignition, you can see the light, you can see this guy is clever. But he has to go back to the place where he lives, and he thinks, no, I'm going to be alright. I'm going to be alright. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this now. And then sure enough, a month later, he's back to square one.
Right.
So I mean,
change
something. Yeah. If you had told me that morning in October when I walked out and said, how come if you had told me to stand on my head for 2 weeks and you can get clean there, I would have given it a go.
Yeah.
I was that desperate.
Yeah.
I was that desperate and sick and tired, as the old saying, sick and tired of being sick and tired. If you had told me, I stood on my head for 2 weeks and I got clean, I would have given it a good go.
Yeah.
But I think maybe, I know.
We all have to walk our own little walk.
This is it, Terry. This is it.
It's just trying to point them in the
right direction. Yeah.
Take a bit of heed and listen.
Yeah, I think it takes ex-drug addicts to get around certain people. I mean, I know for me, I don't know about you, but for me, I never reached out for help. I was in addiction. I never kind of reached out and said I'm struggling, I'm finding it hard. I mean, once or twice maybe, when coming into the pit of me addiction, when I was on my knees. And it's hard for a man to say help me, especially in drugs. I found that. I found that about me. I was ashamed. I didn't know how to. I felt stupid. I felt, silly, insecure, embarrassed. But just and I think, I like what you're doing with the podcast, because I think it's up to the likes of us to reach out as well and see people, and to see people and give their experiences if people want to listen. If someone had caught us in the layer that we looked up to, or had a bit about themselves and said, "Come here, I want to talk to you," and talked a bit of sense to it, you know what I mean? Who knows? I might have listened, I might have went,
and that's where I think it's even, I found Jess and I asked her, listen, I think if you can get into schools and encourage people that's in recovery to go into schools and talk to kids and just share a little bit of wisdom and a bit of life. And maybe stay in sports, maybe pick up
golf, metal detecting, go out and swimming,
run for your country or pass for your country or whatever. And just share it, more of that I think it needs to be in people going into school.
100%, Terry. 100%. It's needed in this day and age. The culture that we're in now, it's needed, and I think they have it a lot harder than we had it. I think they have it a lot.
It's easy to get on. We back in the day, you have to walk.
That so-and-so's dog. Get out of here.
In 2 seconds. So it's a lot easier.
And it's more acceptable nowadays. Taking drugs is so acceptable nowadays. It's like
the norm.
It's mad. And I've seen a lot of times, and just as I'm sure you have, and others, it's just like making a cup of tea. It's just like making a cup of tea, and it's I don't know. It's it's not good, and I just think that you have to identify people that really want it and then go with them. That's what I try to do. People want to listen. It's usually it's usually those that people that are hungry to want to change. If I see a little spark or a little intuition or a little interest, I'll zone in there and that, you know what I mean? And that's what I try to do, because it's
we help them.
we help them,
like you said, it's always good because you have the knowledge. An awful lot. And that's why you share, and that's why you're sitting around, you like being around people, because they have listened to you back. And so I think it's good to see you. You look great.
Thanks.
You're walking away.
Walking away. That's a big thing. Walk. That's a big thing. Good work ethic is what I had to build that as well. Like I said, I had to build that up. But I love walking. Love getting up early in the morning. And putting in a shift. Coming home. And you've accomplished something. You know what I mean? And
you're not spending your walk money. It's like walk for that. Isn't it?
It is. I just got the car service there, so that cost me $250. But that's part of life, isn't it? That's the things we never think about when we were on drugs, paying bills like our man does. And responsibilities and good stewardship of your money and that. and not being foolish with it, and I suppose, it stands to us our experience, because we can put that experience from what we were doing in the past to something positive now.
Yeah.
And how it all turns around and does a 180. So it wasn't all bad. There was stuff in us that was there, boy.
And it's in everybody.
It's in everybody, yeah.
A lot of us go down
the wrong path. Yeah.
Some don't get back.
No, that's the problem.
Anybody that's walking and to be recovery or I like just to have a chat with them and out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just spark something in
somebody's life. Yeah. It just it's if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Tell you, if this was easy, everybody would be doing it. And if there was a 110%, I wouldn't change a thing about my past. I've no regrets, but because I know it was all a plan to get me to where I am today. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And sometimes you have to go through the bad and the ugly in order to come out into the good. And if there's people out there and they want to, get into a fellowship somewhere, into a meeting somewhere, or
whatever.
There's
a lot of different things, work for different things.
Yeah. I've noticed, I've seen on social media, there's hiking groups, there's swimming groups, there's everything. There's even rave groups. There's a rave group where you don't take drugs, and you go dancing. And you wouldn't
to let your
hair down, and it's a community, and it's and none of them take drugs, none of them drink, none of them take drugs. They go out in their cars and their bikes the week and go for a dance. I'm home at 11 o'clock. You know what I mean?
It's deadly, isn't it?
But it's whatever works. It's whatever works.
It's good to see.
Because
there's a lot more of it.
It's
a lot more.
Bigger spectrum.
Isn't it?
There is. It's huge. So there's a lot. Even though it's a lot difficult, there is a lot of things. But it takes stepping out a bit, you know what I mean? You have to get out of the comfort zone. You have to break that cycle.
So what if someone's angry at you, or if you feel ashamed, like you have to get involved.
You have to break it. You have to
do it every day.
That's it. That's the attitude. That's the attitude you need. And it's how desperate we want it, you know what I mean? How bad things, how bad life can get in that pit. It does, It does, And it's not easy with the generation now, because everything is. I even see it, girls. Social media is, heavy. I went for food and we sitting with them, the two of them be texting each other and they're sitting across me. It's just
that's everywhere.
It's just a culture,
Laughing at you.
you know what I mean. But that's just the way it is. But someone said this to me before: as long as you're breathing, you have hope. As long as you're breathing and alive, even in your mess, even in the pit, even in the on your knees, you have hope. There's always hope because you're breathing. So I know we try to look. I know it can be doom and gloom, but it always stuck with me. I have got hope. Even when I relapsed and messed up loads of times, I couldn't see a way out. But I always had hope that God has to have a way out because I can't see it. So but there's always hope. There's always groups. There's always stories. I go to a couple of groups myself, as I said, and listening to some of their stories. Wow, it never gets old. I think, wow, amazing, fair play to him. He's actually stronger than I am when I was his age. Do you know what I mean? Because he's doing something about it. He's stepping out.
And you end up looking up to you.
Come on, mate, He just gives us all the crap. You know what I mean? But it's true, because they're stepping out in a culture where It's not good to step out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good to see it and think, wow, and it's encouraging to me, and it's encouraging to them when you go and say, you know what, fair play to me. And it lifts people up, and I think that's what we're meant to do in this life, is to love on people and lift them up, encourage them, do you know what I mean? Encourage them to take that step out, or whatever you want to do, whether it's, you know, take a chance, go, bro, you've nothing to lose, the only way is up. I think there's a song about that, isn't it? The only way is up, we can't get any worse, so, but yeah.
Reach out and try, I suppose, isn't it?
I think so, Terry. Yeah, I'll reach out always. If people had, as I said, if people had reached out to us, who knows?
Yeah.
But
it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Yeah,
to pinpoint.
it is.
You can't.
Yeah.
There's so much the drug has to hold you.
Yeah.
It's hard to break.
It is very hard.
Whatever type of drug that has you.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's hard to break.
Yeah, it is. You have to want it too, as well, Terry.
Yeah.
You know, it is breakable. It's very much so. Is it easy? No, but you can do it.
Oh.
There was times when I had no money and I'm dying sick. I made it happen. Same as yourself and the same as anyone else on the road. We made it happen and went and got it. It's the same with recovery. To make it happen. If you want it, you can make it happen, and that's that's a good quality we have as drug addicts, as ex-drug addicts, is determination through grit. You know, I'm not giving up until I get this, and if we can just change our perspective, that's all it is, and it's only a switch in our minds to change that perspective. I'm not giving up. I'm doing this. The world is your oyster. Yeah. The world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, and I believe that. And I believe that drug addicts statistically are above average intelligence. They're smart people. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
No, again,
above average intelligence, statistically proven. Drug addicts are above average intelligence because they're always living on their wits, opportunists, make it happen, watching people. We're great at reading people. We're actually very smart people. We do stupid stuff, but we're very smart people.
Then
when you flip it around, then there you go. They can change the atmosphere like that. They can change the atmosphere like that, and they can speak to anybody, whether it's a multi-millionaire or someone on the gutter. And what I found, I don't know, with ex-drug addicts, they're comfortable with themselves because they've been through the mill. They've gone through the grinder, you know what I mean? And they're comfortable.
You could flip that. What you do, you get what you put in to get drugs and money. Flip that. Into a positive way.
Flip that back onto yourself in a positive way, and that's it. Words are oyster, you can do anything.